Obviously, it's going to depend on where you live, but I had no friends a few years ago and no money, and I've found a way to enjoy my life, so let me tell you what I learned, or like what ideas I have for you guys. Because right now, I built a lot of friends and stuff, but I still think it's really valuable to be able to enjoy your time alone, even if you don't have anyone to do something with. And you can do all these activities with your friends as well, but it's also helpful to do them by yourself if you have nothing to do and no friends that are free. First activity is going to a public park. There's probably a public park around you that you haven't really looked into yet. Like, I didn't really realize how many public parks that are actually really, really good around me that there were until I actually looked for one. My public park, you can literally kayak here. There's also trails at it, like all that kind of stuff to do outside. Even playground equipment, you would be surprised how fun it is to actually play with it as an adult, like when there's not really kids around. If you're into like partying, raves are pretty easy to find a cheap rave. I like to find like a $10 rave, and then you don't have to spend any money on alcohol or anything. But if you don't like to go places like that without drinking or doing stuff, you can do arts and crafts at home. There's some or arts and crafts at the park, which is also another fun thing. There are a lot of different arts and crafts thrift stores where you can buy thrifted arts and crafts stuff for cheaper, and it's usually like only a couple dollars to buy arts and craft supplies, which is really nice because it's usually really expensive, and then you can use that. Also, 10 pounds of air dry clay is like $10, and that makes actually really cute wall art if you just seal it with paint or a top coat. Right now I have haunted house on my list, but if you want to go to a haunted house for a cheaper price, you can look into like high school theater programs put on haunted houses for cheaper prices, and they're also for charity. You don't have to go to your own high school, so that it's not like awkward or anything, obviously, but you're supporting a school. Or you can do a lot of them, if you buy the tickets online, it's cheaper. A solo picnic at a park is a fun thing to do, and you can just bring your lunch that you are already going to eat to a park and have fun. Put some music on, vibe, take a look at pictures of yourself, you know. And if you don't, like, if you're like me and you don't have, like, a ton of money at all, like, not enough to buy, like, brand new stuff all the time, but you're a shopper, you love to shop, I recommend going antiquing and thrifting, but mostly antiquing because, you never know what you'll find. Sometimes you find the coolest stuff, even clothing-wise, sometimes you find cool stuff, but even on top of that, even if you're not finding anything cool, you can literally sift through and find the coolest stuff regardless, just to, like, people watch at and look at, and, you know, it's just fun to look at all that kind of stuff. And it's usually only like $2 if you want to buy something, but it's really cool. It's basically like having a free museum. Also, look into your museum in your area, because the Houston Museum of Natural Science, I think it's on Thursdays if you're a student, or I don't even know if you have to be a student. You might just be able to get in there for free, but you can get in there for free. So they do free admission days at the museum, so you should really check into that. Think of little fun things for you and your friends to do that like keep activities going, like making jewelry, making pottery, painting pottery, making a cute little food item, you know, something cute that you can do with your friends. I have urbex on here too, which is basically like exploring abandoned buildings. That's not something I can really tell you like exactly where to go for that, but if you look into it on Reddit, you can usually find some places in your area that are abandoned that you can like explore, and that's completely free too, and you can get some sick pictures. So those are my ideas for right now, but there's plenty of more ideas, and art is always a thing. Like, I love art. It makes it to where you can fill in your time easier too, so hopefully that helped a little bit. I don't really know if it did. I kind of feel like it was all over the place, but whatever. I tried. I almost forgot to mention that a lot of local, like, shows are free or, like, $10 max, so you can definitely go to, like, some local bands and stuff for cheap, and you'll meet friends.